what are the attributes you look for when you hire SDRs?
I knew you were going to ask me this. So I've had various conversations around this, and I think it's a big topic because trying to see where there's correlations between different SDRs and different SDR functions across different industries, different companies. I think there's a handful, I think, which are kind of timeless, and then there's different ones depending on like how you're actually selling. Where I've seen a lot of SDRs fail is when they don't have, I think number one is work ethic.
Okay.
I think everything else can kind of fall into place, but I think work ethic, number one. You know, I'm a firm believer that if it is an entry-level role, and this is my own personal opinion, and you're coming at it as an SDR thinking it's going to be a 9 to 5 and kind of job done, go home and that's the end of it. I personally believe that that's going to be kind of detrimental to your success. I think being an SDR, especially at the very start, to fill the top of the funnel and to fill your pipeline is pretty much all on, all in. And it takes a high degree of work ethic to just keep on going. And you need to become a student of your craft as well, a student of sales and sales development, because I believe it's just kind of building that solid foundation for what's going to come later. Sales is a hard game. Sales is a hard profession. Yeah. And it's kind of building that resilience up front and just keeping on plugging away and learning constantly, because how much effort you put in it directly impacts the size of the pipeline you have, the quality of the pipeline you have, and the quality of the conversations that you can actually have with your potential clients. I think work ethic is going to be up there. That's the first one. I think the second one that I would look at is grit. I don't think there's going to be any replacement for that as well. Again, it's a hard game being a sales development rep. I mean, if you're looking to reach out and the game is rejection and you have to take the hits, you have to go through the no's, you have to be able to take that and then keep on moving forward, keep on pushing on, reaching out, and without kind of a loss of momentum. I think grit is also super, super important. And I think I do believe there needs to be a bit more training around that, especially, you know, being able to take those hits and how to pick yourself back up. So I think grit will be the second one. Third one, okay, it might be cliche, it might be done to death. I think empathy. I think empathy has to be up there as well. Because I think when you're trying to put yourself in another person's shoes and trying to understand where someone's coming from, it kind of coincides with this idea of a sense of curiosity, right? I think having a high sense of empathy will allow you to ask much better, much deeper questions, which can get you to kind of root causes of problems that your potential client is going through. I think having an empathetic mind and like being able to ask those really, really good questions, I think will allow you to connect better with potential clients. So yeah, I would go for empathy.
I agreed with those three. Your grit answer was interesting. For me, I would look for positive mental attitude, but I would probably consider that like grit as well, right? Because you get rejected every day, so you just have to have this ability to stay positive, continue on, and, you know, pick yourself back up and try again.
Yeah, it's hard. It is tough. But again, you kind of build that resilience when you kind of push on and you kind of get yourself outside your comfort zone. I think, you know, a bonus one that I'd like to throw in, number 4, I'd go with coachability. I think you have to listen to the people that have been there and done it before you. And you have to be able to take what they learn or take what you learn and apply it pretty much straight away. So having that high degree of coachability and reaching out to your direct manager, leader, whoever it is in the organization is doing really well, and asking questions, finding out how people have done it before you and being proactive in that sense. I think all these things, it comes down to kind of proactivity. And that's what this role is all about. Nothing happens unless you reach out and do something. I think that idea behind being coachable, and not too stuck and too stubborn in your ways, and listening to the people that can really help and being able to apply yourself. I think that's really important too.